Remember those times when you really wanted to do something that you're passionate about for a long time, but you just couldn't bring yourself to do it? Maybe you accepted a few dare challenges without thinking of the consequences. Maybe one of the dare challenges is to approach a group of women and ask for their phone numbers. You just couldn't bring yourself to approach them. You wish you could do that. There's tons of things in our life that we wish we could do, but we just couldn't bring ourselves to do it. Maybe you were thinking about doing something and you figured that there might be fear on the other side of the action. Even though you wish you could really do that thing, you would rather choose the opposite thing to do. I remember those years of dreaming of starting a YouTube channel. Before I could even sprint towards the camera and start recording myself, I already constructed the Great Wall of obstacles, all of which were limiting beliefs. Rarely were they real life obstacles like poverty, health issues. In one point of your life, you thought of doing something, but you figured that there might be fear on the other side of the action. So you would rather choose to self-sabotage and choose the exact opposite of the action to kind of protect yourself. That is called the fear coping mechanism, as we all say. While those limiting beliefs were, I'm not good looking enough, I'm not attractive enough, well, I couldn't speak smoothly, it's hard to speak smoothly, fluently, eloquently. Well, my outfit's not on point, my life is super boring, I don't know what I want to share. Well, my hair is not on point today. A little piece of advice for you. If you were to wait for the perfect hair day, trust me, in 10 years, you're not gonna make a single video. The hair is never perfect. Until I decided to make my first talking head video, aka podcast, I didn't know I could do that. Which is the exact thing I thought I couldn't do for the rest of my life. It turns out it wasn't as hard as I thought. Well, I'm not denying that there's minor challenges that comes from pursuing a passion in this YouTube thing. The other day, one of my friends shared a Chinese idiom called 见招拆招. I was trying to figure out how to explain this idiom, so I went onto Google and ChatGPT. So, this is what ChatGPT says. 见招拆招 literally translates to see a move, counter a move. It means to deal with each situation as it arises, employing a suitable response for each specific challenge or problem. It implies a flexible and adaptive approach rather than a pre-planned strategy. In essence, it means dealing with each issue as it comes, using a tailored solution for each specific problem. Oh my god, those cars were annoying. Especially lorries. The sound, oh my god. I wish I can get a perfectly acoustically treated room, aka studio, in the future. I'm gonna manifest it. Universe, you hear me? There's a motorcycle. But I have to make this video anyway. This is part of the dream chasing process. I noticed that humans have this thought pattern where if they succeed in doing something, it means they done something. They done an action. But if they fail, they've done nothing. Which is very interesting. how our brain works. Because if we think carefully, it doesn't make sense. It's not logic at all. So we are in dramatic emotional beings on earth. So let's take the hot spring bath as an example. So if you don't know what is hot spring bath, it's just you soak yourself into a swimming pool of boiling water. I think it's a Japanese healing technique that has a lot of physical body benefits. So you can go onto Google and ask Google as much question about how to not suffer in a boiling water, how to adapt in the boiling water. But eventually you still have to soak yourself into the hot spring bath to experience hot spring bath. So how do we do hot spring bath? Intuitively, we don't just cannonball into a boiling, scorching hot spring. We would start off little by little. So we would first soak our finger toe into the hot spring bath, then our toe, then our whole ankle, then our whole leg, then the lower body, then until our chest, our neck, then eventually we can immerse ourselves fully into the hot spring. Well, not long after, your body will learn how to adapt to the hot spring, to the heat. That's how you do a hot spring bath. You do hot spring bath by soaking yourself into the hot spring, not asking Google how to do hot spring. Same goes to wars. Take a World War II soldier. That soldier can learn how to handle a gun, can learn how to crouch, throw a grenade at the training ground. But he has to go into the battlefield and use the gun, use the grenade, start crouching from enemies. Then he has to pull the trigger. He has to throw the grenade. He has to fight the enemy soldiers. What I want to say is that you can read as much books, take as much online course, watch as much YouTube videos on how to be a YouTuber, on how to edit videos, on how to set up lighting, on how to set up your camera. But if you don't do that YouTube thing, if you don't be a YouTuber right now, just like what I'm doing right now, if you don't press that record button and start speaking into the camera, you are not going to be a YouTuber. As long as you take the action of being a YouTuber, press the record button and start speaking into the camera, despite it a success or a failure, despite the video looks great or not, you are a YouTuber. Like honestly, I personally think my speaking skills suck. I struggle to articulate my thoughts. I struggle to express my feelings. But here I am, recording myself. I am doing this YouTube thing. It's liberating to know that you don't have to be a perfect human being to start becoming a YouTuber. So start taking the action. Stop waiting for that perfect hair day. Stop feeling afraid. Just do the thing. Just do the thing. You're afraid anyways, but you'll start to feel less afraid if you start diving into your passion. Trust me. That's also a reminder for myself. Wow. I wish I meet a YouTuber like me back then. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.